I'm Killian, and I do woodcut prints of Mount Tamalpais. So I only knew him from afar, but he wrote some really beautiful poems about the mountain I grew up underneath. And when I went to create this book with Gary, Tamalpais Walking, one of the real inspirations for that book was the song Tamalpais sings from The Ring of Bone. And I'm certainly not going to read those poems, but I did talk to Gary about his relationship with Lew, and I'm afraid I'm going over some territory Gary's already alluded to, but maybe you want to know more of the details. So this is October 1966, and Gary's just come back from Japan, and he's been around the Bay Area for a few months. And he says that during that time I'd see Lew, and I was getting more and more concerned about him, his alcohol problem. Somehow, it seemed like we should take acid together and get a chance to look for some psychological explanations as to the causes of his alcoholism. That sort of idea was in the air then, so we did. We went to a place along the road from Rock Springs, the Bolinas Ridge Road, just beyond the Serpentine outcroppings, and downhill a little ways, a lovely meadow. I kept some notes on that day, Gary writes. You can sit in the dirt and go into the light. A special spot on Tamalpais toward Bolinas Ridge, the very literal edge of the coast fault landbreak. Hawks and buzzards circle up and over all through the day. The buzzard angel. I watch those ocean waves moving in and coming on up through the continent. The birds circling back to the Azoic. The sun zap on my naked dirt back. America, the continent, coming through, and the ridge line and fault line heading straight into San Francisco. Sitting here, I thought for a moment, protecting San Francisco from disaster, holding the fault faultless. Lew's key sense, the taste, the flavors, mine, touch. I could feel him passing his flavor sense across the light dirt barrier. At the moment he crossed the line, this is where it gets magical, a light came out of the middle of his ear, which was the radiance of the Vajra jewel. I was crying, thank you, how beautiful, I didn't know I could see it. Then we got serious and talked about tasting, drinking, and eating. Some vultures came over and cruised close. I remember Lew talking to the vultures saying, well, you can come down. No, you can't. I'm not ready. I'm not edible. Then he turned to me and said, that's it. I've had too much poison. I've made myself inedible. Then he said, maybe I drink too much now because I didn't nurse enough as a baby. Pretty psychological, I thought. And I remember saying, you can fix that, Lew. You can become edible again. That's our basic responsibility to the world, to be good to eat. After sitting on the rocks and following the sun west, we went to Albert's and swam in the cool pool. Fire, earth, water. Zazen, under the full moon, under a tree. I love so many of Lew's poems about Mount Tamalpais, and so many other poems of his. But I just want to read this one poem that just touches me every time I read it. It's Prayer to a Mountain Spring. Gentle goddess, who never asks for anything at all and gives us everything we have, thank you for this sweet water and your fragrance. Thank you.